Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Melos Machina. We are here again to continue our adventures in Jowdeck. How are you all doing? We hope that you have had a fantastic week. Hi, friends.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
You all ready for another 4 hours of just rituals and
Talking to plants.
I'm not saying that was
see
some
where
of
it
my
takes
favorite
us.
D&D ever, but it was some of my favorite D&D ever.
Yeah. Agreed.
I've missed y'all. I love this game so much. Okay, so before we get into it, everyone, we only really have one announcement. It is the announcement from our continuing sponsor of Melos Machina, Cantrip Candles, and I'm actually going to take this one today. Yeah. No, don't worry. We talked about this ahead of time. I'm not a dick.
I'm getting replaced.
No.
Icon's dead.
Oh.
I may swing it back over to you for all the details
Oh,
of like
shit,
codes
okay.
and whatnot because I don't remember those.
Okay.
But I don't use them. I have a direct link.
Wow, Scott's special, y'all.
Hi everyone. Cantrip Candles is the sponsor of our show. They make fantastic soy candles here in Los Angeles that are meant to immerse you in your own D&D settings. They have incredible scents for all sorts of different locations. But one of the other things, if you happen to find yourself in the LA area and pop by their shop, they do offer candle making classes, and many of us were actually able to sit down and take the class. And I'm just gonna, I mean, curtains are down. We do have a pretty close relationship to Cantrip Candles here. Ben, our very own Ben, is their lead scent designer.
I'm a scent developer and production lead. So I pour the candles with these hands.
Yeah. So a lot of
And I
those,
teach.
yeah. So a lot of the great
Which
scents
is
come from Ben, but Ben also did an absolutely incredible job. Z and Emmy and I were all able
That's
to
so
join them on Sunday
fun.
to do some.
and Jeff.
Oh yes, and
Jeffrey.
Jeff.
And Jeff.
To do
The
some
hat.
custom candle making, and in these classes, you aren't just learning how to make candles that they make. You are making your own unique scent.
So fun.
I know, and we had a few that are related to us here tonight.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not at all. We had Duathi making Duathi's ritual. Emmy making Duathi's ritual.
Same person.
Emmy was at the table. Duathi was at the table. I'm doing great. Oh my gosh. And
All
we had
blend
Z
together.
who made a scent for Andy's hometown of Orich.
Yeah.
Which
Didn't get to smell
I'm not gonna lie, I got a little emotional today thinking, oh my gosh, I have scents that are scented for locations for this world that I concocted. But the other one that I'm gonna kind of share with you all, I am gonna share with you all, is it has come up in the story of this world. But I made a scent that is very near and dear to my heart, the Ashlands. So this is, when we talk about the Ashlands and the Ashen Vale and this thing that happened to the world oh so long ago, this is the scent that I think of when we talk about it.
It smells like the
It's
apocalypse.
ominous.
Yes. So it has a combination of a few different notes, but the big thing that I wanted to create with this was a sense of both calm, relaxing, but something could go wrong at
Foreboding.
any moment.
Nailed it.
You want to take a rest, but someone is certainly going to have to stand watch. So yeah, go do these candle making classes. They're incredible, and they're so immersive, and Ben, you do such an incredible job teaching them. I know I said it to you before, but it was an absolute joy
was
to
so
see
much
you
fun.
in your element,
Thanks.
and you really just shone there. It was so cool. Go do them, and you get to walk away with your own candle.
World.
And also, we learned if you like your candle enough that you want more and more of them, they will keep your recipe on file, and you can hit them up, and they will remake the candle for
Wait,
you and send it to
what?
you.
Yeah,
Super cool.
that's a service.
That's
Thank
so
you, Scott.
cool.
Wow.
I'll tag team here. If you are interested in taking a class, the dates for November and December are up on the Cantrip Candles website. And yes, it is yours truly that teaches them here. please go check them out. And if you don't have the ability to do that, then check out the rest of the candles from Cantrip Candles at cantripcandles.com, and you can use our codes APAC and the link that's going to go around in chat that I think you have to copy and paste still. It's a Twitch thing. Whatever. But also if you're watching the show, there's a crawler that has our code as well. So please put your peepers on that.
Your peepers.
Yeah. I feel very, not embarrassed is not the right word, but ooh.
You were
You
put
truly
on
are a
blast.
master of your craft.
It's
Thanks.
a brilliant class.
I like
It was
teaching
really-
creative
And
things.
you get to be a cozy scientist.
Cozy
Yeah.
scientist. I love
And
that.
it gets you to I know I've done it twice now, and each time I've made a candle for a character, and it's very meaningful.
Very different.
To have, yes.
Yeah.
And it's very meaningful to have that in your house, and you can make it for anything that's special to you. So it's just really nice.
It's pretty fun.
It's pretty good.
Well, with that, I think our longest advert for Cantrip Candles, we're going to go ahead and get ready for tonight's show. Players, are you ready to jump back in
Oh, yeah.
to our adventures in Jowdek?
I have my second mug of tea.
It's important.
Invigorating.
Because where last we met our players, the party had left their safe house and made their way into the City of Venture, now with a new day ahead and much to do. Having made a checklist of all of the things that needed to be done, first on the list was to head to the Flow Forge, where Duathy had plans to potentially right some of the wrong that had happened previously. Being greeted at the front gate by the guard Sari, who then quickly went to bring a member of the Order, Brother Renard, who led you all back into the filtration section of the Flow Forge, where a ceremony was in the works. 6 clerics of the Order sitting, chanting, singing amongst these 3 dead trees. Brother Renard then went on to explain that these trees were anciently blessed by the 3 priors, and though dead, would be very hard to replace. Duathy, having an idea and knowing that she would need to take 8 hours to do so, began a ritual. Watched over by her companions, she began chanting, and very quickly, Finn, casting a spell to understand what it was Duathy was saying. Hours went by. The ritual was minorly set back, but not fully interrupted. Where then Andy, Finn, and Aaron headed back upstairs to discuss what the next steps were that the party should take and how best to leave Venture and what would happen next. Then returning back to the filtration section to watch into the 4th hour as Duathy, watched over by Aiken, rests in a ritualistic circle, curled up and covered in ashes. We now enter into the 5th hour. At this time, the rest of you see movement in the hallway that leads to the ladder. You see more members of the church entering in, similarly robed to those who are performing this ritual. First, it's a set of 2, and they walk up Brother Renard acknowledges them, gives them a reverent nod. And you see this pair begin to walk back towards the left, towards one of the trees. Tuatha, you see none of this. Slowly, the two reach one of the clerics, who is seated, arms outstretched, censer still perfectly still. As one of the two places his hand on the shoulder of the kneeling cleric, in that instant of touch, you see the censer begin to move, and the robed figure nearly collapses, extends a hand out, catches himself on the railing. You hear a voice from the choir that is this ceremony remove itself. Now, 5 voices instead of 6. The 2 clerics help lift this figure up. As silently they drape his arm over, one of the 2 who entered begins to walk off with this cleric who is chanting. The second of the pair kneels, produces a censer, as she begins to add her voice.
They're down here for longer than me, but I am.
Damn. Sorry, that was powerful. In response to that, I steady my spear in front of me, kind of mirroring the sensors, just to kind of like an act of solidarity with them. And we're at the beginning of the 5th hour. I would like to cast Prayer of Healing. So anybody within 30 feet of me that needs it, up to 5 creatures. So I'm going to skip you because you're doing fine. But the other clerics that are not fresh, the not fresh clerics, they can recover the benefits of a short rest and regain 2d8 hit points if they need it. I'll roll it. 4 points.
And how long does this take?
It's going to be a 10-minute casting time.
Okay.
And then it is instantaneous after that 10 minutes. And
As you
it's
begin,
within 30 feet radius.
So as you begin your prayer, what does that sound like or look like?
I've been listening to Duathi's Druidic, not understanding a lick of it. And what are the clerics singing in? What language?
What languages do you understand?
Common sign language, and Elvish.
Okay. You do recognize, or at least within songs, you're used to more lyrical melodies that have words to them. Let me pull this up, actually.
Ooh.
He's coming to the big info.
Yeah.
Big question.
You hear this both in Common and Elven, but it takes you a moment to piece it together because it does feel much more like a chant and less like a song that is being sung. And in the focusing of on the words, actually looking for words now, you're able to piece together reverence creates song. Song brings safety. Safety requires sacrifice.
So, yeah, okay. Pulling both of these in, I add a family lullaby to the mix. In a way that, like a trio that are all in the same key, but have different phrases and lyrics and moments of swell and release. Trying to seamlessly weave it in.
Give me a performance check.
Oh, all these scared me. Okay. This feels like the right one for this. Performance?
Mm-hmm.
That's an 8.
An 8? That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not a 1.
My dad's betrayed. A trained singer you are not.
Nope.
But this foundation that is being created by all of these clerics give you something to work off of. It is not the most seamless thing, but there is almost a little bit of a sense of improv. It is not disruptive, the same way that almost improvisational choral or chorus music can work together. It's a rocky start, but eventually you find your footing. As you begin your prayer, the two figures pass, and Brother Renard places a hand on the shoulder of the clearly exhausted cleric and whispers something to him, and they walk back, and they begin to ascend the ladder. Shortly after they ascend, a new fresh pair comes down. Similarly, they walk past that same nod, this time heading towards the right tree. Then a second cleric is replaced. Again, exhausted.
Where's, after the second cleric leaves, where does Brother Renard's attention turn?
He appears to be, as the replacement clerics have been coming down, he tends to be focused in the center of the space, but is giving the attention to the clerics who are being replaced. Basically, as soon as it happens, his attention seems to be on them.
Okay. And is he more like supervising, or is he actually actively participating in the chant?
He does not appear to be to be participating in the chant, but you get this sense of he is giving his attention almost out of respect for what has been done.
Okay.
And as this pair passes by, again, he places his hand on the shoulder of the exhausted cleric and whispers to her, and the two ascend.
I think as the words of the chants begin to reverberate more through the chamber down here as I've re-entered the space, there are lines and there are phrases that ring clearer now. So I want to go up to Brother Renard when he has a moment alone. And go, excuse me, brother, I have something I need to ask you if you don't mind.
Of course, what is it?
I don't want to interrupt the proceedings of my colleague here. Would you be offended if you and I communicated mentally at all?
He cocks a little bit of a smile.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a first for me. I would not be offended.
Okay. I'll go ahead and set up a psychic link with him, and I'll send out another ping to Finn and Andy. This is 6 hours of utility today, so high rolled on that one. High rolled on that one. But as the kind of tonal chimes connect us, this time it's less of like an ascending musical chime and more of like a lower church bell.
Do you ping him as well?
Yeah. Yeah. So
See, he has a moment. He doesn't. There's not a moment of shock, but his head tilts up as he smiles again.
I've been listening to the words of you and your colleagues throughout this, and I couldn't help but pick out a phrase of your chant that actually resonates quite deeply with me. I'll kind of fish within my leather armor and pull out my pendant, and I'll kind of show it to him. If you look here, you'll see inscribed on here the same phrase that has occurred tonight. Safety brings sacrifice is on my family crest. I've never heard that uttered outside of my family home. What song is this that you're singing?
He speaks. Do I just...
Whichever you prefer, so long as it doesn't disturb my colleague. I'll say that mentally.
As he begins to think, it looks as though he's trying, like a muscle that he has never used before. And you hear his voice come into your own head. It is a chant that reminds us of the hardship that has come from the past, and that not all hardships are meant to simply be pain.
Yes, that is, yes, that's very important to my family.
As a new pair comes down the ladder and walk past, he nods at them as they head towards the tree in the center. He turns his attention back towards you.
I think I need to sit with that for a second, so I'm gonna go actually sit down next to Aiken and Duathi.
Sure.
And kind of let those words kind of ring truer to me, knowing that the greater efforts are now striking a different chord partway through this ritual.
As another set of clerics is replaced, Duathi, what happens in this 5th hour for you and your ritual?
So we're continuing here for a little bit. So for the first, just a quick reminder, most to myself too, for the first 2 hours, the fire was burning. For the 3rd hour, I ritually covered my hands and parts of my face in ash, drew the line down my mouth and chin. Different chants for both. For hours 5 and 6, I continue as I am.
Okay.
Just continuing, not saying anything, but curled up and with every breath, just slowing it and feeling my connection to the ground, to the plants around me, to the people in the room, to every single spark of energy within every single cell, trying to feel it.
It is hard to find connection to the plants around you. Slowly, over the next few moments, all 6 of the clerics are replaced. However, as you finish your prayer, the energy reaches out and is able to hit 3 of them before they are replaced. You know that energy has pushed out. And as the 4th pair of clerics come down, a hand is placed on the shoulder. But this cleric does not fall. But he turns his head and looks up, stands on his own weight. There's a moment of pause for the 2 that were expecting. And as they turn, they walk off. 2 of them walk off together as one replaces. This happens for the last 2 clerics as well.
Seeing that, knowing that like the potency of the magic is gone, I still continue my lullaby.
Okay.
Yeah.
This whole time I've been continuing drawing out blueprints for a filtration system.
Sure.
Just kind of putting everything from my brain onto paper in case it is of any help
Absolutely.
in the end.
As time passes,
Got my D20s.
it is a long wait. Duanthi, would you give me that nature check?
Oh, okay. That is a 26.
Okay.
She knows her nature.
Feeling out for the seeds in the water too. I forgot about them. Reaching out for those too. Whew.
The wait in this room continues. But the literal weight of this room has changed. As the new clerics are there, their voice replacing this song, which is now entirely different, but the exact same. But you find that with these new voices, the energy seems to have risen up. Another hour passes. Duanthi, would you please give me another check?
That is a 24.
Okay. It's now well into the 6th hour of your ritual.
At hour 6 it changes, correct? Because I said for 3 hours, so it's 3 hours and then 3 hours. So, well,
Does it
top
change
of
at the end of hour
7,
6, or
end
does
of
it at the
hour
start of hour 7?
Top
Which
of
I
hour
suppose
7.
is the same thing.
Yes. The last 2 hours are going to be different.
Okay. Get to that here in just a moment. Really quick, can I get a constitution check from everyone, including you, Duathi?
Yeah, that's fair.
Constitution check.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Okay.
No, not you. You betrayed me.
Okay. Great. Good.
10. 19.
natural one.
For a total of?
Yeah, 3.
Mhm.
You know what? I'll flash of genius that
Hey!
and
Okay.
make it a 6
Okay.
for funsies.
That is a 22.
Jeez.
13.
13. All right. Aaron and Andy,
Mhm.
all of you are experiencing this being in the same place for an extended amount of time can feel a little antsy. Andy and Aaron, you start to feel a little rumbling in the gut,
Mhm.
realizing, oh, we've been here for now the better part of 6 hours.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As your body begins to check in with
A
you.
little ornery.
I
Mhm.
forgot I already used a flash of genius today.
Oh,
Can I take that
That's
back?
rumbling even harder.
Audibly.
As you think to yourself, you know what? No, I don't need to eat. Your stomach fights back. No,
Yeah.
I do.
I'll mentally reach out to Erin and just say, I need to go get something to eat.
I think a little sustenance would be appreciated, yes.
Okay, I'll leave Chauncey here.
I
But
believe Chauncey might be up at the
oh,
top.
right,
Yeah.
because it's too hard to get down.
Can't get
Okay,
it.
that's what I thought. I was thinking about it last week. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go get some food.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be a cot nearby.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll just cue into Finn. I think the fatigue's starting to set in different ways, Finn. Andy and I need a moment upstairs, if you don't mind. We'll be back quickly.
I've been, since returning back down, pretty withdrawn, as close to the walls as physically possible, with my knees pulled up to the chest. And after that 5th hour, probably would have pulled out PAL and begun to journal. And you find me just deep in the pages as you reach out, and that's fine. I think I need to stay here and see this through, so by all means.
Yeah, just let me know if you need anything. Ready, Andy, let's go.
Okay.
As the two of you head upstairs, you get to the top. Andy, as you reach the top, you see Chauncey. He's just kind of lying on the ground, and seeing you, his head perks up a little bit.
Maybe I'll just wave him along to come with.
And he begins to walk along with you.
I'll kind of lead the way towards the front door.
Yeah.
Probably mid-afternoon by this point, you think?
At this point, the sun is less bright
Okay.
from when you first got to the flow forge.
Mhm.
The massive glass dome ceilings you can see the outside. It is still light out,
Okay.
but it is well past the midday. Not quite into the twilight hours,
Mhm.
but yeah, past the main part of
Sure.
the day.
Okay. Yeah, as we head on out towards the main thoroughfare, I'll just kind of, the feeling like we get out of the movie theater and you're just like,
yeah. Like
a little bit. Not
what
necessarily.
is
You get the
Yeah.
zooms a little.
time?
Yeah. So I'll just kind of try and look around for the closest quick fix.
Yeah, same. I'll just
Food cart that we
follow.
can find.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as you step out, opening up into the street, the sounds of Venture are still quite bustling and alive. It seems as though life has almost returned to normal. Looking through the large square that composes the Flow Forge and the Temple of the Melos, you do see there are a couple of carts and food vendors that are here, and though not nearly as prominent in the open market, they seem to be kind of pushing along, a lot more mobile.
Mhm.
But it looks like there's someone there with some wares.
Okay. I'll just kind of briskly walk up to them. Pardon me. What are you hawking today?
Yeah, as you come up to this cart, seems to be middle-aged woman who has some meats on the cart that are covered with a cloth. Oh, just some dried jerky if you want.
Absolutely. Portions for 5, I think, if you don't mind.
Oh, hungry, I see.
Yes, we're the go-getters of the group.
Yes.
Well, 5 portions, that'll be 1 silver.
Absolutely. And I'll
She-
hand it off.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Essentially grabs 5 sticks. You can see the dried jerky is kind of interwoven on this long skewer, almost like a candied ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
And she hands them over to you. They look just perfectly doable for food. Doesn't look too
I'll
anything
summon
special.
Mage Hand to grab ones that I'm not at risk of dropping
Like,
any.
oh,
Yes, we might be shopping for 5, but we still need to transport them all. So, handy tricks.
enjoy.
Thank you as well.
Thank you.
I'll kind of hand over a couple to Andy.
Thank you.
Um,
I'll literally, like, put it in my mouth and just pull it. Yeah. You don't often see Andy's, like, very sharp teeth.
As just opening up all the
Yeah.
teeth go bare, and you are able in your slightly extended mouth able to just
Yeah.
pull the whole thing off.
And then go, sorry, I was very hungry.
oh no, I'm feeling the fatigue set in as well.
Yeah.
That space takes on so many different personalities. I don't know if that's the right way of describing it, but I hope it is restored once more to its fullest capabilities.
I hope so too. Yeah, I started writing out, I don't know, schematics and just anything that was in my brain for a possible filtration system in case it was helpful. But I hope Dorothy's able to do something. It's just kind of a backup if they need help.
I would hope that the cardinals here would have some sway with the priors to return and perform the ritual once more, wouldn't you think?
That's what I thought as well. They invested so much into the city. Why wouldn't they come back to restore it? That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I guess it hasn't been that much time, but wouldn't the brother know if there were plans of them coming back?
My understanding of the operations within the Order, there is, well, mentally, I'll link up. Between you and me, there are things that certain persons need to know, and others are purposefully not told.
Yeah.
So, if I understand Brother Renard correctly, the efforts to bring all 3 priors together is a feat unto itself, and I imagine there might be some personality issues to work out between the 3 of them, potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know their personal relationships at all, but persons of their station may or may not like working together, or perhaps they are. We aren't supposed to know their personal workings,
Yeah.
but if the success of this city was born upon their meeting here, then, well, all we can do is hope that it remains.
Yeah. I mean, part of me understands why, but the fact that there was no backup, or I don't know. Not
Contingency?
That, yeah, not that anyone expects for something like this, especially like that, to happen, but yeah, there should have been some sort of contingency. it feels very strange. Again, they would invest so much into this city and then just kind of shrug and leave these people. But I don't know, maybe there are things in the workings that we don't know, and there probably are. But in the meantime, we can do whatever we can to help.
Yes, keep working on that schematic.
Yeah,
Gives us at least something to do and something to work for, or
yeah,
maybe even pitch Bogdan on helming a new filtration
that's
system.
true.
I'm sure he has the power to at least fabricate something
I'm sure he does.
suitable until the priors can
Yeah,
arrange something. So
yeah. I wonder to remind me, DM, how far was, like, where we saw the boat
Mm-hmm.
coming up, was that close to here, or was that while we were walking on our way?
It's close-ish as far
Okay.
as the city goes. The Flow Forge is fairly close to
Okay.
the cliff wall.
Okay.
To get to the locks of Venture, they're a little bit north.
Okay.
A short walk.
Okay.
And as you peer over in that direction, you do still see a couple of masts.
Okay,
that
so it's
are
still there.
raised up.
Okay. Yeah. I'll kind of just say to Erin, while we're out here, do you want to go check at and I'll just kind of point, my brain is still foggy.
at the lock.
Yeah, and see if there's water or if they did something else. I feel like it's worth seeing if they figured out a way to get water back up.
Might as well scratch that itch if you have
Yeah.
the curiosity.
I'm just wondering, and we were rushing before, so might as well take a second.
Lead the way.
Okay, I'll start walking.
All right. As the two of you start heading on towards the locks, Duathi,
Yes.
into the in the
Beginning
sixth
of the 7th, yeah.
and beginning of the 7th hour. What happens?
Right. So I very slowly begin to increase my breathing, but I still keep it fairly still. I sit up and I lay forward in something that's sort of close to a child's pose, where I'm kneeling and I'm laying down with my forehead touching the floor and my hands directly next to it and my palms laid out flat next to the last remaining log and just barely touching the remainders of the ashes and the circle that's around me. And I begin once again chanting
Okay.
in Druidic.
Please give me that nature check.
These are still at advantage like last time, right? They were at advantage last time. Please tell me they're still at advantage.
They were at advantage because Icon was there.
Oh, they're not at advantage. I was
Icon is
wondering
now kind
why.
of doing, is not as connected to you.
Oh no! Oh, this is always scarier.
No,
Okay.
this is going to be a straight roll.
Natural 20.
Yo, let's go.
You don't need Icon. You don't.
For a total of?
28.
I just got barf.
And I heard natural and it was like,
I had one of those.
Okay.
He's gonna make a miracle happen.
It's a very quiet, slow chanting, but it's still there.
Andy and Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
As you are walking towards the lock, you can see the bridge that takes you over the dried canals that leads towards the wall side of where the lock was. And from here, you can see still activity happening at the lock's edge. Looks like there are a couple of carts with large chests and crates and sacks that are being offloaded from this cart and being walked down a gangplank to an area that you can't see, but clearly is going into the lock and where the masts are. Crossing over the bridge and heading on over towards it.
Is there someone who seems like they work there or are involved?
I mean, there's lots of workers who are
Right.
going to the carts and taking things off.
Okay, but that like don't seem like super actively physically busy that I'm bothering them.
You can see one gentleman who is kind of standing on the edge of the wall and looks as though he's overseeing everything. Is looking down, seems to be chatting to somebody down in the lock.
Okay. I'll kind of approach him gently as I'm not used to being the person who's
As you approach, you hear him say, "Yep, I figure we've got about 2 more hours of this, and then we could probably save it here till the morning."
Hello.
Oh, hi. Hello.
I was just wondering, as we took the lock up, not too long ago, is there...
I'd imagine it wasn't too long ago, but...
yeah.
Hold on. As he calls down, as you
I'm
see
so
him
sorry.
call down, you can see that there is the windsong is in the lock itself,
Okay.
which is filled with water.
It does... Okay.
So is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to bother you.
That's
I-
okay. I'm just... You can see his attention seems to be going back and forth, making sure that, like, keeping an eye on everything that's going on.
I'll make it quick. I was just
Sure.
curious if there was water in there, and it seems like
As he looks
there
over.
is.
Yep. It's still there.
Okay. Is there a way to get that water back in the canals? Out of curiosity?
I imagine, as he points towards the large doors that are barring where the windsong and this massive amount of water is,
Yeah.
and the dried canals of Venture. If we open that up, it might be a bit of a whoosh.
Right.
But probably be exciting for about a
And
minute.
then would clear out.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, I was just curious if it was working the same way.
So I mean, that's my guess.
Okay.
But it's about what I know.
Thank you. I'll
Yeah.
get out of...
No,
here.
you're good. You're good. You're not in anyone's way as long as you're not on the gangplank.
Okay.
Oh, careful with that! As he looks.
I'll just kind of slowly back up while just kind of being like, sorry.
No,
Sorry. And yeah. Okay. I mean, there's water in there. I understand why it would clear out pretty fast, but they have a way of transporting a lot of water.
I'm not a man of
I
engineering.
know, I feel like there has to be a way. And I meant, well, I think I'll have to ask Delgan about it, but figuring out how that works. Okay. Just things to think about.
Sure.
Thank you for entertaining me.
Always.
Um,
Shall we return?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll walk back.
No, a little slowly.
As you meander your way back towards the Flow Forge, You enter in. Duathi, in the final hour of your ritual,
It does change again.
what happens?
Very suddenly, as opposed to the very slow motions of before, I sit up and I dig my hands into the remains of the fire and curl my fingers deep into it, and my eyes grow very wide as I sit curled over it with my hands deep in the wood and the ash and the remains, and I feel for the fire and the life that had been there before as my chant takes on a new and deeply energetic tone.
Okay. Give me a moment.
And I begin to call.
Give me a moment.
That's so many.
As this happens, Icon, as you are standing watch, you see as two of the clerics, when Duathi becomes far more energized, two of their sensors begin swaying heavily, and you can see that their eyes perk up for a moment. You can see under their hoods, and the song skips a beat. Duathi, may I have that nature check?
Are we back yet?
Say at about this time you were heading down,
Okay.
if that is where you wanted to be heading.
Yeah.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say that you get there right as this is happening.
Yeah.
I will say, as Duathi perks up and moves, my casual stance like this kind of becomes a little bit more
Tensing up.
at the ready.
That is a 17.
Can I flash of genius?
I'm going to say in this instance, no.
No, because it's, yeah, I know. I was trying to think of how I could justify that, but you know.
don't wanna
it's
call
worth a
out, "You can do it,
try."
Duathi."
You can do it! But mentally,
All the sensors.
Yeah.
I can speak in her head.
All right. As you enter into this final hour, we'll say this is well into it. Andy and Aaron, as you re-enter, you see Brother Renard look back and acknowledge. As you enter into the space, he looks back and reassumes that observational stance. But Aaron, you hear his voice in your head. Your friend is fascinating. Where is it that they learned this? This?
I don't quite know.
And as you look at him, you can see he has not turned to you, but is staring into the space. Duathi, as your casting ends, how do you finish your casting?
In the last moments, I pull my hands back with a handful still of the coal and the ashes in my hand, and I pull them apart over the last of the log, and as I do, the log catches on fire again.
Is the log on fire the ending of your spell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I call out just one last time.
As holding these logs, now burning in your hands, you see once again in this last call out, multiple of the sensors sway slightly. But there is a stillness in the air. And there is silence, as if the chanting itself has stopped. You aren't sure if they have stopped singing or if it's just being droned out by something else. And as you look, the walls of this sewer-like system, realistically what it is, these thick stones with that have been damp over the years of water flowing in this underground area, now somewhat dry due to the nature of the city having dried up. The gray and black that is the mortar that is holding these bricks together begins to shift to a deep green as the bricks begin to have moss growing out from them explosively. In the entirety of the inside of this space, you can see the bricks that are now a mixture of nature and the machined stone, the hand cut. And you look at the 3 trees in the center, still covered with dead bark and dead wood. From their splintered sections of their core, little tendrils of green begin to grow out of them. And there's a cracking as the tree in the center cracks open and a very small branch pushes through with a single leaf growing out before it stops. What was once a room of stone and death seems to have now been transformed into a vibrant greenery in and of itself, with small pieces of life coming from the trees. And in that instance, the chanting returns.
I just fall to my knees.
No, you don't. I drop my shield and my spear, and I just give you the biggest spin hug.
As Tuatha, you go falling to your knees, Aiken is there to catch you and lift you up.
You did it. You did something. Do they stay on fire for a long time?
No. It's just, at this point, it's ceremonial. And I set them down.
I set you down.
As there are now 2 burning logs on the metal grate in front of you.
I'll walk over and I'll hand Tuatha a ration stick. You might need something after all that work.
You said they're still chanting.
And now that you listen in, the chanting seems to be faltering voice by voice as the figures are looking about. You hear the sound of chain and metal hitting the ground as many of them seem to be lowering their sensors.
This is a refreshed group. Refreshed. A new group. Ship of Theseus with clerics. I'll cast another prayer of healing on the ones who are chanting.
It'll take 10 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. So I'll begin it.
Okay.
Nibbling. Thank you.
I'll also come up, like, silently crying.
I just- Big hugs.
And yeah, just
Big hugs for
give
everyone.
her a big hug and just say, you did it. I knew you could, but you did it.
I just asked. And I'll just turn to the brother in the center.
You can see that he has walked up to the center tree, the one that the trunk cracked open, and his hand is placed against the crack where the new branch is coming, and he just seems to be studying it.
I know it seems to be. I don't know if it will be the same.
So he looks from it to you. Well, neither do I. But it is certainly more than it was this morning.
I suppose that is better than nothing. I hope that it helps.
I suppose we shall see.
Thank you for letting me trying. I know you did not have to.
Thank you for whatever it is you've done. You can see there is... You're not sure if it is astonishment, disbelief, confusion. He is filled with some emotions.
Me too.
He looks at you. I am so curious. Where did you learn this?
I grew up with a very wonderful set of teachers, and one of my teachers, the ground bias was gone, and every year she would bring it back, just a little more, and I think she sort of made it up, to be honest with you. She just sort of listened for what life was left in the ground and called for it. So every year it's just a little bit better.
That is very interesting.
She's a very wonderful and powerful person. I was very lucky to grow up with her.
Where is she now?
In our village. It's a whole thing. You haven't been here for it. But it's very far away. But she helps. And I was brought in to train to help too. So I'm glad it was useful. Somewhere that was not home.
I think it would be very useful.
Well, the whole city is going to feel right around here anyway. That's not going to be, but a half mile around. So, yay! Thank you. Again, I know that all of you down here are very special too, and I'm not really anybody, so thank you for letting me in.
You're quite welcome. I'm at a loss of words as to what to say.
I'm very tired. Do you have a bathroom? Is there one?
I believe there might be one in the Flow Forge.
I'm going to go upstairs now. I will be back. And I run up the stairs.
As you rush up the ladder, climbing up into the Flow Forge.
Okay.
Brother Renard follows you with his gaze, and the rest of you see him standing and just watching. Fascinating. Well, thank you all. Again, this was far more than I could have anticipated. It doesn't look as though they are back to their former glory, but
No,
as they said, it is something.
that would have been quite the feat.
It would have been.
I'm glad that we were able to help, or really, Duothi was able to help.
I imagine we are still have plenty of work to do here. And I think that I think that this is not a ending to our ritual, as he gestures to the rest of the clerics who have now stood and are listening. But it is certainly a large step forward.
It turns out our my small town and your city are now inadvertently connected. So it's good to know that Venture is a sister city.
To whom?
My hometown, just outside the walls. These were some of the seeds that I've been carrying around for months now, and finding spots to plant them, and Duathi just made a dream come true.
Oh, very well. Venture and the sister city of my hometown.
The Grove. Sorry. I don't talk about it a lot, but your city's in good hands. These tree-like hands. Take care of them.
I will. We will. Oh, you must excuse me. I am beside myself. I cannot think of what to say, what to do except my work. As he gestures to the remainder of the clerics, says, I believe continue on. I shall return shortly. So the clerics all nod, take a knee once again, and slowly, one by one, begin joining back into a chant. So then turns and says, if you would do me the kindness of being respectful of them while they continue, I must be going. I'll be back shortly.
Farewell, brother.
Farewell.
Privately, just to him, I'll say, Upirum Dorsetius.
As he turns and walks away, you hear, Sedius Quird Upiro. And he heads up the stairs, on the ladder.
Turn back to you two. Well, at least there's hope. Let's go. Go on now. I'll follow behind.
I imagine I'm waiting up top, still covered in ash except for my hands, which I washed. 'Cause now I'm eating.
You don't want that like
And
charcoal grit.
Well,
Chauncey
it's
is
the bathroom.
Chauncey
Wash
is
my
up
hands.
there with you.
I'm definitely sitting next to Chauncey and talking to him. And then Chauncey, and then it actually worked. And I was really impressed because I've only ever heard it done, but I've heard it done every year. So I'm really happy that I'd had it memorized. But
As
I wasn't
Chauncey's
planning on
just
memorizing
staring
it.
at you.
And, I was really excited that I did. And there was one leaf, but that's enough as a start. And hello, everybody.
Whoa.
You did it, Duathi.
Well, I did something.
Why don't we get you out into some fresh air, and you can see the stars while we recount all of that. How about that, huh?
That's another big bite.
Most of the day has gone by, if you cannot believe it. Yeah.
Oh, I can believe it. Thank you for bringing me food. That was very kind of you. Okay.
Of course.
As you enter into the main house of the Flow Forge, you can see the workers who were in there before watering the plants are now rushing around. You hear one go, nope, more clippers, more! As they are now fighting this overgrowth that is the greenhouse.
Plant takeover.
Yeah. Yeah, feed me, Seymour.
Yeah,
They are
exactly.
very quickly cutting a path. The winding path gone. It is just
Oh, no.
greenery. As a few of them are cutting through, you see one that's in the back just kind of like tangled up, going, "Help!"
Oh, I'm so sorry. The dirt is not that good where I come from, so it's never had
The
that
professional
problem before.
gardeners here for a reason, Dorothy. Don't worry.
Okay. They'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll just usher her kind of towards the front door of the flow forge so that
I
we can.
Do not take a lot of ushering.
Yeah, you are able to make your way through. Survival checks all around.
No.
You're able to make your way through
It's
the,
like
the
Jumanji
path
in here.
as you get to the door and exit the flow forge. You see now, in the very late afternoon, early evening of venture, a city that appears a smidge greener than as the two of you just left it, where any little bits of nature that had been growing have now had a spurt of overgrowth. Not the massive explosion that you saw down below or in this immediate vicinity, but it just seems everything has grown a little bit more. Yeah.
It worked. Sorry, I've been talking for a very long time. My voice
Dorothy,
is a little raspy.
You have nothing to apologize for. You are magnificent.
The endurance alone to perform something that powerful for so long, like, I commend you for your stature and your stamina, my goodness.
Well, thank you. I mean, I sort of trained on how to do that. We did other things that, they trained us, to have to, endure a lot back home. But I never really trained for this one because there wasn't any need. And if ever something were to happen to my first teacher, my second teacher would take over. It wouldn't have been me.
Well, when you get back, they have backup.
I'll have to tell them all about it. Yeah. Anyway, how was your days?
Oh, just witnessing something once in a lifetime.
I'm starting to turn really red. Underneath all the probably apart from the stuff I drew on my face, there's still probably just a lot of that I've been sat in a campfire, eyes are gritty, hair's dusty.
You smell of
I
campfire.
do.
Yeah.
Is that a mark of pride for you now? Or would you like a little cleanup? At least around the eyes.
I would take a cleanup. It hurts to blink a little bit.
I'll very gently, gingerly step forward and almost like one of those wiping the smudge off your cheeks gestures. But you feel just like the whole cake kind of wash away as I cast prestidigitation, and then I just pile in for a hug. Wrap you
I hug all the way back.
in my arms. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad I tried to help. I tried to participate.
Oh,
I'm worried I set you back.
don't even worry about it. It's okay. I was happy you were there.
I can't believe what you did. It's beautiful. That's right. That's right. Enough said. I let you go. There's tears down my face.
Mine too. Well, that's all I had planned. I'm out of ideas.
Do you think Off the Rails is open?
I think this is definitely it deserves celebration. So
We could go get a whiskey.
Why not?
You know, it's not on the to-do list, but I think we've done enough for one day.
I'm very tired. But I would happily take a whiskey with my friends who
Yeah.
sat with me.
Yeah, I think a
Thank you.
proper meal is in order. How
Yeah.
about?
absolutely.
This was good. It's all gone.
Yeah.
This was very good. I could use more.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
Start.
Yeah, which way is that again?
That's
Yeah.
down. It's down in the Yeah,
The
off
lower
the
dog.
rails is in the below, right?
No,
Fuck,
that
no.
was in
no,
the
no, no, that's
other-
the
that
soggy
was
dog.
the
Soggy
soggy
dog.
dog.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
shit, do we want to go to Soggy
No,
Dog?
no, on the
No.
rails, on the rails.
Guys, I want to roll another Constitution check.
I already
I
did
will
that
make
with
you
this
fail. Just to see you drunk.
Yeah, no, off the rails is up here.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Haken was already the drunk one in the party, staring into a fire.
Let's do it again.
As you all head towards off the rails, you remember the way. Heading into the western section of the city, able to follow the path that you took from the oh my goodness, the Tired Tinker.
Yeah.
Starting at the Tired Tinker, and then making your way, recalling the path that you took when you first met Cindy, and the boat ride through the canals. You follow the path, and eventually find that copper-domed building that is off the rails. Opening up the doors, you hear the sounds of all the carts racing along the ceiling delivering food. And as the server looks up, we're going to take a break.
Okay.
We're going to take a 10-minute break, everyone.
Nice.
Yeah,
While-
gotta eat snacks before we talk about the delicious food.
Uh-huh.
But we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you shortly. Welcome back, everyone. We hope that you enjoyed your break. I know we certainly enjoyed ours.
Snacks.
But snacks. All the snacks. Cookies. We're healthy here. Before we get into the rest of the episode, a couple of quick reminders. Well, first off, thank you all so very much for being here. We hope that you are enjoying the show. If you're new here, hi, we're the Adventurers Pack, and this is Melos Machina, our narrative homebrew D&D campaign. You are looking for ways to support us here, there's a lot of ways that you can do so, both free and also some with money. The free ways, you can like this video or audio wherever you are listening or watching, and also you can share us with your friends. If you have a friend that you think would enjoy this as well, send them our way. We'd love to have them join in the fold. If you are looking for ways to monetarily support us, you can become a subscriber on Twitch, a member on YouTube, or a patron over on Patreon. All of those are very significant ways that you can help our show continue. We cannot do this without you, and it means the world to us for those of you who do. And ways that we like to give back to those of you who are helping us, we have lots of stuff in our Discord that you gain access to. For this show in particular, you get access to the character playlists. Not the full playlists, but song every level or so. We release songs that these players get to listen to while they use these as inspiration for their characters. We haven't released a storyteller one yet. I don't know. I've been thinking about it. Maybe I will.
Spoilers?
You've got to very quickly, got to work on not doing spoilers is the hard part. But it truly has been so lovely to hear all of these playlists come together and create like an original playlist. I have my own that I listen to when writing, but honestly these days I don't listen to that one as much anymore. I just listen to all of theirs on shuffle, and that really is the new playlist for me.
Is one of yours We Didn't Start the Fire?
That one was not put in there.
But they
That
did.
should be
He
all of
did.
ours.
Mm-hmm.
We did not.
We didn't.
That belongs on each of our playlists now. Spiritually, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are also going to be heading on over to our Discord for a post-show hangout where our supporters get to hang out with us, be a fly on the wall, ask us any questions that they might have, and yeah, we just kind of decompress after fun episodes and not so fun episodes. And also, you can head on over to our supporters here, our sponsor, Cantrip Candles. You can use the link that's going through in the description, in the chat, wherever this might be, and use our code at checkout for a discount and give us a little bit of a kickback. Again, thank you all very much. So, having left the Flowforge, you've returned to Off the Rails, where Cliff, the maitre d', still wearing his red tweed vest, looks up and has seated you at a table. You recall the menu, many of it being familiar, the shepherd's vegetable pie, the turkey leg and breast with Brussels sprouts, the dessert of sticky toffee pudding. However, the special today
I was going to say.
is a brisket.
Fitting.
One of everything.
Yep, a slow-cooked brisket that is made with a honeysuckle sauce on top. It has been requested that one of everything be brought to the table with drinks as well.
Oh, yes.
As you now find yourselves sitting around the table, the cart of Off the Rails has come down and delivered its beverages and food to you while enjoying your meal.
I figure we're family style in this.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like all the
Yeah.
plates are in the center,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we're taking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, one hundo.
Yeah.
And we had to pay, right? We have to enter in.
Mhm.
Yes, when
The
you
money.
put
You pay
in your
up front.
order, money goes
How
yeah,
much
on the cart.
money is one of
Um,
everything.
I'll treat.
You're covering.
Oh, thank you.
I'll do so. Let's call it fast math.
Playing fast and loose.
Fast math.
I know. We'll call it 3 gold. We'll cover all
Great.
of it.
Yo.
Great.
That's an expensive dinner.
It's one of everything and drinks.
For 5.
And it's table service.
Amazing.
Big mouthful. So, okay, you didn't train to do this, but you were trained to do other other rituals that you required?
Sort of. I mean, we did little versions, kind of. You saw me do it, like when I took the mushrooms and helped them grow, or when we met and I sort of made a little seed grow in my hand.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it would do little bits of that kind of around the village where we were going to try and grow things, to try and help out and make things grow faster or make the dirt more healthy or things like that.
It's remarkable. And you did something. You made me feel less homesick at the same time.
I know you've been far away from home much longer than you thought you were going to be. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
I didn't really have a deadline. But when you're at a point where you're like, oh, it's been a long time. I reached that a few days ago. But look, you you did something that 3 priors kind of did a long time ago.
To be fair, I think what I did was kind of re-jumpstart what they did. I don't think that I did exactly what they
No.
did. They sort of did something that honestly I'd love 50 years ago. Were they humans?
Who are these priors?
They're humans. Yeah.
They're humans?
They're
Okay.
just men.
They're humans? Well, I wonder if there's... I forget how long do humans live. How long do humans live?
It's very likely the priors that did this 50 years ago are no longer around.
Oh, too
Assuming
bad.
they were human, I don't know.
I would have loved to have talked to them and asked them exactly how they programmed the tree, because that's just really cool. But no, I don't think I did exactly that. I think I just
To Duarthy's point, Brother Renard seemed rather astounded by your particular form of magic, and while I know the clerics of the Order are not particularly educated the way Finn and I might be, his bewilderment at your talents seemed...
That's because your ritual, Duarthy, flies in the face of everything they practice. In the
Oh.
best possible way. The fact that Brother Renard reacted with any kind of awe is remarkable to me, actually.
I didn't actually think that there was going to be anyone down there, so
Yeah, I
They,
was a little surprised by that too.
I'm
They could spend an eon down there doing what they did and still not do what you did, Duarthy.
But they're doing
No.
something.
they're doing something though. I just don't know what it is.
They are
But-
practicing stasis. You practice entropy.
Mm.
You completed a cycle. They tried to maintain order where there was none.
I think they were. I didn't have to make this ritual up, and they're sort of having to do that. So, to their credit, I think they just starting probably where we started.
Yeah.
But, I just hope that, it didn't. It was very different than their chanting, and I hope that it didn't upset them.
I don't think it did.
Growing up in Saros Manor, was there any type of common knowledge that nature magic was contradictory to the Order?
Give me that religion check.
I kept when he was talking, wanted to be like insight, just to see if something.
You know what? I will use portent on this. I'll make that a 19.
19.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
There isn't necessarily any explicit nature magic is forbidden. Because as far as the Melos is concerned, all forms of magic stem from a deep connection to the song and to the Melos. Finding your connection and your place within the grand machine is what grants you power, and the closer you get to it, the more powerful you are. But most everything done in the Melos does tend to have a more mechanical bent to it. Not really a deep natural tendency. The closest thing to nature, you could argue, would be the core that is now a holy object, but
Okay.
ultimately war.
Yet outlawed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there wasn't any like known
Not a resource
conclaves
that's
of like druids even among like the citizens of Saros Manor.
Not
Maybe?
really.
Okay.
There are those who had connections to nature, but there really is no druidic order or druidic wing of the order.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
I know we're having a kind of a nice day. Also, you said something about mushrooms. I'm sorry. You and Aaron planted mushrooms? Okay.
There are
We'll put it-
probably a lot of them now.
Well,
We'll table that one.
the fun ones and the healing ones.
If our abode is to be utilized, I thought it might be best to continue to capitalize on its availability to us.
Okay,
So
city boy.
Dorothy and I found a
It's a
way
good
to
corner.
enrich our stay, or anybody else who might stay.
Was this your idea?
No.
Huh.
Well,
but
the
I did think
healing
it was
ones
fun, though.
I wanted to
You
do
did want to
so,
do the healing
so
ones.
we'd have.
Thank you, Andy.
I did think it was a fun idea, though.
No, I mean, it's a very fun idea. Just an interesting choice from someone I would expect to be a little bit more straight-laced about it.
Mushrooms grow in the city, I can.
Mm-hmm. Sure they do, Aaron. You, of all of the times that we have been traveling together, you are so buttoned up, straight-laced, not a hair goes missing from your forehead, and Songbearer, forbid it. If it does, it's fixed immediately. Who are you, Aaron? You've lived I don't know how many lives before this one with us right now. Who are you?
If I might be so bold. Aaron, I think you are the one who strays from the path, yet always returns. I've come to respect that.
You speak as if I'm some folk hero. I'm just a man. A man who cares very deeply about a certain number of things in this world. Forgive me, but I've lived long enough to know exactly what I care about.
I can tell.
So while, yes, the cultivation of a certain
The fun mushroom.
crop of mushrooms might deviate from my normal behavior, but it very much aligns with what I believe in.
And what does the propagation of fun mushrooms mean to you?
That everybody in this world has a home. And while we might be in foreign places, we still find comfort in the things that do unite us.
They're going to be very pretty.
I'll raise my glass to finding a home.
Finding a home, and hopefully one day you find yours, Dorothy. demonstrated great power and talents from regions unknown to most of us. We are all talking about returning to Saros Manor or proceeding to Lockheed, but you have no home in either of those places. I would not ask you to stray too much from those who care for you. Where? I'm a man with direction. I like knowing where we're coming from and where we're going.
Yeah.
But where is Orasheen? That is the question that nags me, Dorothy, and that I wish to answer for you if the best I can.
It's very kind of you.
To recovering what's lost and finding what we didn't know we needed.
Especially that last part. Speaking of direction, where are we headed?
I say, good question.
I don't know. I don't know what's right, but while you were doing what you did, I fixed the spring talons. If we wanted to use those to kind of get some messages out.
How quick do they move?
What's the return window on a spring?
Yeah.
the
How much is
ping?
next day delivery?
Yeah.
So essentially, you know that using a spring talon, you affix written messages to it and tell it where to go, and it will travel there.
Okay.
But it does travel at the pace of a bird.
Okay.
Well,
Insert Monty Python joke here.
yeah.
It is,
we're
as-
playing D&D. We've done it.
as far as mechanics go, it's essentially a free animal messenger spell.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, it goes about as fast as a bird would, so it's not fast, but
Faster than us.
yeah, and we're fairly close to Saros Manor, so if we wanted to pass along some info, that's possible.
We have means of communicating a few different ways
Yeah.
available to us.
Security is a question either way.
Well, your jobs, when are they considered done? When are you supposed to?
I don't know, and that's what I worry about.
Also, what happens after the job's considered done?
Right. I worry that, well, two things. If we need help, we can't do this on our own. But I don't want them to separate us and consider what we were doing done, so then we're, I don't know, assigned to something else.
I mean, your job isn't fully done yet, so they wouldn't
No.
assign you to anything that's not.
No,
Finished, right?
But I don't think they realized how big
Our
this
job
was.
was to track down the source of
Contraband.
in River's meat.
Yeah.
And I don't think they understood the gravity of that contraband.
We have since undertaken a whole nother set of instruction.
So I'm just concerned that they're gonna put someone else on the case and then put us on something else and
We have we've resolved to make a report and a recommendation for where we head next. As far as what that recommendation is, we are yet to decide. We could head back to Melos Machina, collect whatever resources are there, and proceed as instructed. Or we could head the opposite direction.
Well, Melos Manor has a lot of information that we could use.
I think it's the right place to go first.
I don't
I'm
think
just-
that we're ready to go to Lockheed and
No,
and
I'm just scared of what it means, but I think it's where we should go.
long term. But like, if we want to find out maybe any information about where you're from or direction, they might have that information. I mean, and the Adergog is full of scholars. And do you think are there like people like Dr. Sada
That's a loaded question.
who could help us with some of our other mysteries?
There are certainly people like Dr. Sada, and just like Dr. Sada, there's no telling whose side they're on.
Yeah.
You mean like you worry that they might be part of this, you know,
I mean, not
deathy culty thingy, or just that they're not nice
No,
people?
just-
no.
They might not understand. They might see
Yeah.
a powerful tool and try to seize it for themselves, whether for good or bad.
Yeah.
Well,
That
there are
makes sense.
guardrails in place to ensure that won't happen, Finn. Don't worry.
And Aaron, what's next for you? Because you were sent, I'm assuming, to help them.
Other way around.
You were sent to help Aaron. Oh,
Remember, Aaron
you're
called
just
for help.
such a not lone wolf, but you work quietly. Did you ask for help? Not in a judgmental way. But what sparked that?
Concern for things that mean a lot to me. I know what's right in this world. I know what the Order has worked to establish and what it has decreed to be lawful, legal, to be useful, helpful, or not. And when I hear that things are what's the word? Compromising that which has worked so hard to ensure all of our safeties, that concerns me as a citizen of this continent. So, to answer your question, I go with Finn and Andy to see what the end of this contraband leads to. There are still threads that need to be wound up in that regard.
Yes. I feel like we have more threads than we began with.
That is
That's-
entropy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I mean, my end goal is finding you your home. But there's a lot
Everyone
of
is so
stops in between the
interested
way.
in it, so listen. And I want to be helpful. There's some people who are undoing a lot of what I was taught to do,
Yeah.
which is, to help people and to promote growth. And I've kind of heard heard people here use that word heresy, and I still don't really love how you all talk about what's heresy to everyone, or to certain people, but if I had to say something is heresy to me, it's sort of the things that man was saying.
I agree.
Yeah, seems like that is so across the board.
That's something that I think the Order and us can agree on.
Yeah.
And I don't think that should be happening anymore. So also all of you are my friends, and I want to make sure that you're going to be okay. So that would be great. At some point, I would like to go to the Aethergog and sort of look a bunch of things up and things, but that's less important. I have time.
Yeah. I mean, I
Well-
think it's wise to send a message, whether it's with the Spring Talon or the safe house.
Yeah.
Always, yes.
So, but I do think
I-
we need more information and more allies.
And I think either way, one of our maesters can look into it at least. Like, we might not get all of the information before we leave, but maybe
Yeah,
they can see what they find out at least.
yeah. I have a lot of questions, and also questions about the things that these people are saying, and
Yeah.
see if they have any more information on the things these people might believe, or some of these things. I just am sort of curious. So
I mean, a lot of information is lost, but I feel like if we time and suppression and dangerous, or what seemed to be dangerous information getting pulled.
okay,
Willful ignorance in some cases.
Yeah.
okay.
Dorothy, I do have one concern, and that is you often seem worried about the Order finding out where you're from. If we go chasing down answers with the Aethergog, are you
Mhm.
worried we might lead them to your people in a way that might not be for the best?
I guess I hadn't really thought about it that much.
I hadn't either until, well, I just thought about you have a new set of credentials that might get you unprecedented access, more access than either Andy or I can pull at our rank. That said, if those credentials are of interest, well, it could bring down a lot more scrutiny.
For what it's worth, I don't think they're getting to my village.
Okay.
So, no?
Good.
Well, I think if we set one of our maesters on the path and tell them to be careful,
Yeah.
my hope is that we can get answers without setting off any alarms.
It's
I
just a
don't-
consideration.
I don't think that the name of my village is in any of your books.
Okay.
But I have other questions, about where things are and how things happened. Maybe those things will sort of give me clues.
Sure.
So I'm not too worried about that.
Great.
I've never seen anybody that looks like any of you in my village. So I'm going to assume that nobody from the Order has ever been there. So
In
there
all
you
of
go.
my travels, I don't think I came across your village.
No?
I don't think anybody who practices within the Order has seen what you can do before, at least based on Brother Renaud's reaction today.
Also, not a lot of us are reckless enough to leave the walls.
True.
It's dangerous between here and... I point vaguely to a direction. I don't have that feat.
Your family did, though. And
Yeah.
yours did, too, at some point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
We all have pockets. Well, we can figure this out in the morning, I'm sure.
Are you going to send a message the way from the house, do you think? Because otherwise we could probably get those Saros men there before the Spring Talon does. Or kind of at the same time and then be, hi!
Right. Well, we do
Hello.
have some business to wrap up in town.
Yeah, there's still a few more things that we have to do.
I really want to know what's happening at the Silver Pond.
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there you go.
We can discuss that line of inquiry in the house. I think I understand what you're after, Dorothy, and I have some thoughts if you want to.
Okay.
If you want to share.
Sure.
We might have to split up tomorrow to get everything done, but
Okay.
we'll figure it out.
And we should decide if we are sending both of these Spring Talons or if we can use them as credit at Lock Calders.
Well, that was the question. Do we have to give them back, or was it...
This was a repair job. So
Oh, okay.
As far as Lark needs to know, they could be disrepaired.
They need testing before return, I would imagine.
Yeah, we'll just say, hey, we're gonna send one off as a test. Is that okay?
You know, we did him a lot of big favors, so I bet
Better
if
to
you
ask
ask
forgiveness
nicely,
than permission, I think, in this case.
Oh, just omission. We could just say we repaired one, we're still working on the other.
well, we can also use them both and get the messages that we need sent, and then when we're done, we can just send them to him.
Well, that's the problem. Unless we want to stay here 5+ days, we...
Yeah.
No. So we send a message. Let's say we send it to Icon's parents, and they go, "Hello, Icon's parents. Everything is okay." And then they send us a message back, and we get a message from the Spring Talon where we are. And then the Spring Talons know where we are. Do we have to hold still?
That is a good question.
My metaphor kind of requires this knowledge.
The Spring Talons do have an essence of magic to them that once released from the sender, they always find their way back.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, we send it, "Hello, Icon's parents, everything's okay." And then the Spring Talon comes back, and then we go, "Hey, Spring Talon, go to Lark Calder." And then they go to Lark Calder.
And then Lark sends the Spring Talon to us with the payment,
And then we
And then
send
we
it
send it
back.
back?
and yet we would not be able to afford the Orb of Daylight. That's my point, is
It's an exchange for some icy...
we have a bit of a discount for the favor we've
We have other
already
ways
done.
of contact. Don't you talk to people?
Right. We also have 2 Spring Talons. So
I can also
Well-
sort of send a bird if we really needed that, but it's a
There's
little bit
That, I
pricier.
think, look, I have fixed many Spring Talons
Might
in
you
my
be-
time.
Might you be able to overfix it so it travels faster?
That's a great question, or whether they don't have a core.
No, they aren't powered
Yeah.
by core.
So, or whether I'd just be able to build one myself.
What would a Spring Talon from Andy look like? You could start your own thing.
And these Spring Talons. And these talons and Spring Talons. And these talents and Spring Talons.
oh, Spring Talons.
Spring Talons.
I think maybe it would be a little bit more dragon-like, but I don't know. That's just getting real creative.
I
but
approve.
Thank you. So maybe I'll take some time when we get back to the house to just kind of write some stuff out, and I don't know, we can find some scrap metal in different places. I mean, definitely honestly, if we go back to the Atergog, I could probably take a few spring talents.
You know, that is true. If we are able to get some from the Aethergog, then why don't we turn these ones in?
Yeah.
Since they're going to be slower than we need them to be anyway, and get the money.
Yeah.
And then we can get spring talents when we get to Sarah's Manor. If we're going to Sarah's Manor.
Yeah, I don't think they're that valuable to us right now that we can give them back.
You're right. And there's certainly risk to other methods of communication, but same risk as a spring talent getting
Yeah.
captured mid-flight, so
Mm-hmm.
or less even. And Aaron, you said we could call an audience and potentially speak to somebody without the 25-word restriction.
It's not a guarantee, but I think I can make a compelling argument for them to listen in on something that carries more weight behind it.
Who exactly? You don't have to if you don't want to give me their identity. I get it, but who are we compelling an audience for? With? From?
Is it the Cardinal?
Chirp, chirp.
Oh, it's a Cardinal. That's a big deal, right? That's a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
I don't remember that one's name.
Considering the presence that your last message brought down, we have to assume
Mm-hmm.
it could go all the way.
Yeah. I trust you to
I think I'll actually stand up and take a step outside for a moment.
Okay.
Don't worry, he'll be back. If my thesis is correct.
Yes, he will. Aaron always comes back.
Yeah.
He's helped us out a lot.
Yeah. No, it's just what a weird collection of people to be working together.
That's for sure.
Like, I've met few people quite like Aaron. We didn't run in the same circles, and I wasn't in Saros Manor for that long, but there's a quality about him that I can't help but trust, even though he's so shady sometimes. But I understand it. I get why he does that. We all have that instinct.
To protect yourself.
To protect others. I don't think his silence is protecting him. You don't react that way just for yourself. Unless you're a super narcissistic, egotistical person, but I don't think. I know that it's not him.
Just a little, maybe.
No, we've all saved each other and helped each other and aided each other and annoyingly tried to help each other.
I just death glare.
I death glare with a smile back.
Kind of.
The thing is, none of us knew what to expect or what was happening. And the fact that you tried something is honorable. It just... distracting, glowing. Pal is not subtle. He's
That wasn't
cool,
even
though.
Pal. That was just me.
That was just you. Okay.
I don't think I'd call you subtle either, but I would call you very cool.
What gives it away?
The bright white coat.
Yeah, been thinking about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation about comprehending messages.
Sure. Sure.
I'm going to go double check out there to
To be
sure
fair,
he's-
I asked for a piece of paper.
And you know,
I mean, it was a
that's your paper,
kind of.
right?
Right.
It's
Well,
his version.
it's the biggest piece of paper there is.
Yeah.
And, well, there's more power to it than just the words.
Also, you for a minute there, you were speaking in our language, which was pretty cool.
It was, reflecting. I tried.
It was very nice.
It was. I felt, closer to you, in a way. Then I ruined it.
It's
You
fine.
did not.
It still worked.
You did great.
Most of us have siblings here at this table. We've
Yeah.
all been that sibling or been on the receiving end of that.
I haven't, been in the receiving end of the brothers' words since I was a child. It's, why I stopped practicing. That's why I started developing other beliefs. Like those that embrace entropy instead of fight it.
That we can definitely agree on.
You know, it's, perplexing, it's baffling, it's frustrating as hell. Every question leads to two more instead of an answer.
That's growth.
That's exactly it. You can spend a lifetime reeling it back, fighting the tangles. Or you can just let it unravel and see where it takes you.
I mean, every tree starts somewhere, a singular thing. Then it just keeps branching and branching and branching and branching until
Every
it's
direction.
just tree.
And beneath the surface,
Yeah,
more of it.
that's the way of things.
So all I was trying to do was bring more change to that space.
In
And
different
give you what you
times.
needed.
Well, it's not what I asked for.
Nor you, Dorothy, so I'm sorry.
Don't apologize even a little bit. Wouldn't have it.
We'd be having a different conversation if there was no...
Yeah. No, you did what you thought was right, and that's, again, honorable. Not like we knew. You just spent 8 hours willing the earth to spring back to life in an otherwise barren place.
I don't think you jump-started what those priors did 50 years ago. I think you did something new. Maybe it's a reflection.
We're going to find out, aren't we?
For a long time to come.
No idea. So that's fun. Um,
I'm gonna go check on Erin,
sure. I was going to go. You go.
and I'll follow in the direction he went in.
Sure. As you step outside, are you outside? Or?
Yeah, I would have found. I wouldn't have wandered too far from the doorway to off the rails. You probably see me just maybe 40 feet off across the street, kind of closer to where like a little private alleyway might be, not necessarily like a dark long one, but maybe like there's a little carve out in an alcove somewhere. Kind of just standing against the wall, kind of not regarding anybody around me, hands kind of fidgeting in front of me, not really knowing what to do.
Hiding in the darkness.
Um,
Sorry.
No,
You okay? You don't have to talk. I can just stand here with you.
You'll hear a chime in your head. Andy, I don't. I don't say things for very certain specific reasons. And I have made promises to people to keep certain secrets with me for as long as I can.
I understand. I don't think Aaron's trying, or Aiken is trying to push you. I think he's just curious. He can come off as...
It's not him.
What is it?
Andy, I've given my life to protecting the Melos. And I fear that in order to continue on the path that we've joined, I might have no choice but to betray someone. Either you, Aiken, Finn, Dorothy, or those I swore to. And I don't know who to honor.
I know. That's a lot to take on. And I'm sorry that you're struggling.
It's my choice. It always has been. It's something that I wanted very much to do. This is not your case to solve. This is my burden to bear, but there are greater people in me that I must answer to, and in order to do that, I have to maintain certain secrets.
Okay. I think all we'd ask for is as much honesty as you can give us.
Of course.
That's all. If there's something that's colliding or clashing with something that important to you, I think all of us would rather talk about it than you kind of deciding what to do on your own.
I've already said too much tonight. It's
okay. You don't have to tell us anything else. Look, we understand who you are. We have from the beginning. And you're going to have secrets, and that's okay. We don't need to know everything. But just keep communication open. That's all we'd ask for.
I'll do my best.
I appreciate that. Do you need more time?
No, I need another whiskey is what I need.
Okay. Well, let's go back in then.
Very well.
We'll walk back in.
Trail behind a little bit with my tail between my legs, but I'm still following.
Wait, Aaron has a tail?
The deepest secret.
Yes.
So at one point, when we were talking about this cardinal, Aaron said, "Tweet, tweet. Is a cardinal a bird?"
You know, probably.
Okay.
We don't get them in the grove.
Because
Cardinals of either type, actually.
The one one with women is obviously a person, but is like the word a bird? Is
Yeah, no.
Now, are cardinals native to anywhere that any of us
The
live?
druid, everyone.
I was like, if anyone knows about cardinals,
Oh,
it should
bullseye,
be that
Scott!
One.
Bullseye!
nope.
I wonder if casting Speak with Animals would work. No, they're people. They're people.
I assumed it was sort of named after. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I guess now I'm wondering if it's named after a bird.
As your friends rejoin the table.
Yeah, quietly.
No, there is so much that I feel like I should have asked. Both when I lived in the cities, like why is a cardinal called a cardinal? And when we moved, should have asked a lot of questions. I feel like it would just come in handy right now.
Is the cardinal named after a bird? Or is there a bird named after a cardinal?
Yeah,
I
Erin,
assume
what
this
is a
means
bird- is it-
first.
What are cardinals named after? The people, not.
No, the
Sorry, I don't want to
position.
bother you.
I think it's after the color of their cloth, isn't it?
Or the North Star of directionality.
Or
The what?
it's a directional thing. They're
Oh.
being nerds.
Oh, okay.
I know
But-
nothing about that.
I always took it to mean the, like the directions on the compass. You look towards the cardinal direction. For direction.
Whoa.
Well, that's why is it first? Because it's like the first thing, right? I'm still learning
But
this language better. It's kind of been academic until this moment. So
I wouldn't consider the wasted opportunities though, because those kind of questions do not, they're not very receptive in Saros Manor.
also, I put a few copper on a
A tray.
on a tray for a whiskey for a few whiskeys. Whiskeys for the table.
The tabla.
You recall Codral whiskey is going to cost you
Cardinal whiskey?
No.
a little bit more than copper.
Oh, how many?
It's 4 silver apiece.
So, got it.
Dang. Top shelf.
It's making me do math. I'll do the math. I'll get change for this gold.
You're good.
I'll get changed.
There we go. Okay, I got it. It's done. Yes, there we go. There we go for everybody.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Fuck it.
Feeling a little better?
Yes, forgive me.
It's been a very big day.
It's a complicated matter, and while I don't want to betray anybody's steadfast belief in whom we're working with, I do need to maintain a bit of distance sometimes. And the push and pull of that dedication sometimes is hard to manage.
Yeah. I don't think any one of us is upset by that at all. It is remarkable to see how much you care. I see it. And you can keep your secrets. It kind of makes you more interesting. No.
Thank you.
Your connections, no matter how we might feel, or at least how I feel, they've come in handy. Sometimes who they send or who's here has not been ideal. But it's not like you control that.
No.
We're all protecting something. I'm not gonna stop you from that.
I don't even know what I believe anymore, other than what I see here. And I believe you'll come back every time, and you have our best intention at heart, the same way we have yours. So, to me, that's all that matters.
And also, if you do betray me, you saw what happened with Bogdan down at Dry Dock 2. I'll just take you there. We'll work it out that way.
You would win.
I doubt that.
As far as next steps, after we retreat tonight and partake in mushrooms,
Was that on the table?
Ooh,
No, it's in the
man.
ground in the corner in the back of
Yes,
the house.
okay. Uh-huh.
if the spell reached, it might be on the table.
Oh gosh. How potent is
Not
this magic?
that potent. The house is fine.
Okay.
It's just, everything's going to go here a lot better for the next year. I think.
All right.
That's how it usually works. That's why and you can only do it once a year. Is my understanding of it. So, we would just have it done. She would just do it once a year.
Well, we should mark down this date, and we'll make a trip back. I'll stand with you the whole time again.
Already done.
But Finn, I think maybe our presentation comes in the morning, or at least I can potentially. I could inquire tonight as if and set up maybe a time tomorrow. Don't know what the exact relay will entail, but it's a possibility.
I think that's probably good. I don't think either or any of us are ready to do it
They
tonight.
And they're probably drinking whiskey and having a good time too. So they probably don't want to get the message right now.
they can't see into the safe house, right?
Not the safe house, no.
All right. Well, we certainly wouldn't want to tip them off before we have laid our plan, unless we had a safe place to lay it. I certainly don't want to give the report tonight. I don't think we're ready for that.
No, we definitely
No.
need.
If you think
for-
it's wise to set it up tonight and then see when they want it.
What's protocol? I shift right into guard mode.
Should I feel the need to relay any information, I can do so, and typically within a few moments I'm able to deliver a brief message. The reply typically has been quick, though sometimes a more calculated response is taken, and I have to be patient. The night is still young. I don't see any reason why communication would be delayed. So it's possible that it could happen tonight.
Our job, well, it requires our return to report.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, this is yours. As far as the report goes in the lead. But I do think it wise we collect our key details independently, each of us, and then put our heads together in the morning to determine the contents of this report and the depth, as well as the recommendation on next steps.
Yeah.
We can pass along a word to our maesters as well, but I think this is bigger than just that.
Yeah, I think we just go errands route.
Yeah.
And go from there. Oh. Okay.
What a first job, huh?
If half of this even counts, we will see.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's the Atagog we deal with, not the Order, because as far as the Order is concerned, we are way outside the bounds.
Oh, yeah. I mean, from the get.
Do you two feel like you had adequate preparation for this?
That's,
Not for this specifically, but
I'm hard pressed to answer what adequate preparation would have looked like. I think the Atagog might be hard pressed as well, to be honest.
I just struggle to understand how you two have gone through so much education and so much schooling to arrive at the positions that you've been granted, the power with which you wield. And yet, you both have stated multiple times since our meeting that you have felt overwhelmed and unprepared for what lies out here.
well, there's a.
And I think that fault lies on the Atagog, to be honest.
Sure. I think there's a difference between studying something for a very long time and then applying it.
And if anything, our education didn't start till we set foot in Riversmeet.
Yep.
I mean, you remember training for the guard, and you do all those rounds of whatever. Your first action, all of that is both in your bones and goes right out the window.
When did the two of you start training? Like, I know your training didn't start until you got to Riversmeet, but when did you start training?
Depends what you call training. Formally, only a few years back.
Wow, you got really good.
Thank you. I certainly don't always feel that.
What about you, Andy?
I'm trying to remember. I think. Yeah, for a handful of years. I
But
think
you
it was
were-
like 4. Yeah, 4. About 4 years.
But you were
you-
building before that, right?
Sure.
I
On
was,
my own.
I was at a prep academy on the route to guard duty for a number of years. But
Right, but building things doesn't prepare me for this.
and 4 years of education doesn't prepare you for this.
No.
Did all three of you go to an academy to train to be guards? Then?
I doubt
It's just a
it.
city guard, kind of a local chapter type thing.
So you didn't go to an academy to train to be a guard?
I was on an accelerated track.
Not all of us have the means to go to a prep school.
Remember when we talked about Nepo babies?
I remember you talking about how some people have money for some inexplicable reason that I still haven't figured out and some don't.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm out of line by saying this.
No.
If Finn hadn't have taken a different track, he would have very much been on the same
Yeah, I'd be looking a lot more
road
like
as Janicet.
Captain Janicet than
I've heard you
this.
say that.
Oh God, you're right.
Yeah.
right. So
You are so much more equipped than Janicet
What?
is.
I hope you can say that to my father if you were to meet him.
I look around. Is Janicet in this room?
Is he in the room with
It's not quiet about.
Right behind.
Did he get out
Is the
as fast
nepotism
as
in the
he
room
could?
with us
Give me a
right now?
perception check.
Oh,
He's
no.
like sitting in the corner.
That's a
mean
natural
mugging us.
20. Yeah! For a 29.
Immediately upon saying that, you realize how loudly you
I was
said
like,
it.
oh, shit.
And as you look around, you see, for a moment, you're like, all eyes are on me. And not a single one is. You don't see Janicet at all. People are just about their business, enjoying their food.
I
hate
shed
that
one
feeling.
bead of sweat. But not for Janicet.
Never.
No, you. When we met, and you went down
Uh-huh.
so hard. You hit the
So
ground
hard.
so hard.
That was the second time in 2 days, by the way.
That was.
You didn't see the
You-
first time.
Running through that tunnel with Pal. Different person. Like,
That feels like a lifetime ago.
yeah. So, just saying, you're better than Janizet, for sure. So, I'm glad that you didn't go down that path, because that's a pretty...
You know, as hard as this is, I'm glad to.
And
Yeesh.
did you go to this academy?
I had god training similar to Aiken.
Okay.
Growing up on my family's estate, I also had a personal instructor for more martial security, personal protection.
You know, I guess I just kind of realized this. You were telling us, and I know that you've had, you know, a lot of things to talk about or not talk about tonight. But, so, you know, don't if you don't want to. But I'm just realizing that you said that the magic you're doing, you learned from your mother, but not that long ago.
No, it's a recent development, yes.
Why did you not start learning earlier, if I can ask?
I honestly had no idea their talents with both of my parents until recent.
Oh, they both do?
Yes, my mother and my father are practitioners.
Are they just as reserved as you are?
No, they have they are long in their years and they've earned their transparency. They don't have no reason to hide much anymore.
I know that's a tricky conversation about
Well,
that.
they-
We don't.
There was a long period of time in their life where they were working on things that were intentionally kept secret.
Yeah.
And well, it's been long enough now that certain things were passed on to me, and I figured I might as well learn at least a little bit of something with what I can. So
Well, I have not met your parents, but I'd hazard to guess, based on what I've seen, you do them proud.
I hope that I will. I do a lot for them. And I will do a lot for them. They've done everything they could for all of us, so
You bear their legacy well, Aaron.
Well, I think that's too much attention on Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's getting uncomfortable.
Avert your gaze.
Don't look at him. But yeah, maybe it's time to head back.
Okay.
Let's gather our thoughts. Figure out what y'all are gonna say in the morning.
Oof. Can I not say anything?
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
Like I said, this is Aaron's lead.
Yeah.
I think they're going to tell you that they're very proud of you.
Thank you, Dorothy. I would love that. I don't know if that's necessarily the first thing they're gonna go to.
But both of
Honestly,
you seem to like your teacher, so I bet they would.
Well,
be very proud
yeah,
of
but
you.
that's not who we're probably going to be speaking to.
That's fair.
Unfortunately, they will be proud of us.
I think so.
from what you guys have said about them, yeah,
Yeah, they're
the
Good.
Order, I don't know if they have that kind of pride in people.
Pride
'Cause
looks
we all have
different.
our
Yeah.
place in the Melos. So it's
Right.
kind of like,
it's more duty.
yeah,
Like I said, we are way outside our bounds.
it's part of it though.
Me too.
We're not even on the map.
No.
Well, your
Yet.
map.
Yet.
Yeesh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure their first thoughts are going to be, oh, a death cult is surfaced? not necessarily, I'm proud of you for bringing us that information.
Well, hopefully that they know.
Well, they know now.
Yeah.
Oof. You get to walk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very tired. I'm going to sleep very well tonight, but I'm okay. Good trouncing.
Yeah. You've earned it.
Okay.
As you all get up from off the rails
This is how we walk.
and leave the clattering of the carts behind, it is still bustling in the restaurant as you leave. As you step out, it is early evening. But from where you are, it's a fairly short trek. Actually, you're becoming quite familiar with this section of the town. And you make your way back to Aaron's safe house. From the front, looks entirely just as you left it.
I do kind of want to go see how the mushrooms are doing.
Well,
Actually, as we're walking, how's the plants?
Plants.
Looking about, there is a moment as you leave the off the rails where you can see that the plant life is vibrant, and as you head closer towards the outer wall, there's almost an exact line
Nah.
where there is a stark contrast
It's like a
between
tan
the
line.
plants.
Oh God.
You see one little section of shrubbery where on the side closer to the center they have kind of overgrown, and on the right at about the middle of this shrub, half of it has not.
Oh. Well, I hope we're on the
the
inside.
plants are confused.
You really
Oh,
fucked
boy.
up somebody's ideas out there.
Fuck my
Our
shit
nerves are
up,
gonna have
fam.
good work
There's a
tomorrow.
giraffe out there that's now like a llama.
Much
Oh, boy.
Topiary,
fluffier.
yeah.
Topiary jokes. Okay.
But you are back at the safe house.
Importantly. Which side of the...
From out here, kind of hard to tell.
Okay.
I mean, who has the keys? I'm
I've
assuming
got
you
it.
do.
I've got it, and I'll sit down with my thieves' tools.
At this
and
point,
do-
it's become death.
Yeah.
Like, you have this. You
Yeah.
don't have a key to this, but you are the key to this.
Oh.
Dang.
Okay.
As you
Oh,
enter inside
Mhm.
the space again, just as you left it.
Finn, would you get a fire going?
Wow. Taking charge.
It's the least I can do.
What do you think, Duarthy? Are they fertile?
As Duathy, you open up the door and peek out into the courtyard. The tree is lush. And as immediately you look over, you see a very healthy cluster of mushrooms.
They look very happy. Happy little fun mushrooms. All in a little circle. They look nice.
As you wind down, what would you each like to do?
Oh, I probably just crash, man. Lord.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, we were sleeping in the funny little side room.
We were, yeah.
So,
Returning to the little workshop area?
yeah, funny little side room. And
Kind of little side room.
I probably just like.
I would like to just quickly pull Aaron to the courtyard. I'm sorry to needle you. I'm just genuinely curious about who you are. It's not often that you meet someone of your station out here.
Lycan, if I had the ability to tell you everything about me, I would.
But that's the fun of friendship. We get to figure that out over time.
I think you've noticed that my skills go beyond that of a formal god. So take with that some assurances that who I am took some sacrifice. don't think you really understand how much the words in the temples chanted by those clerics hit me today.
You heard them too.
Mm-hmm. I'll pull out my pendant and I'll show you the inscription. This time in Jaodekian. The phrase, sacrifice is safety.
How heavy is that to wear?
I don't even notice it sometimes. But I often wonder if that's willful ignorance, as someone said earlier. Or if I've actually come to accept it, truly, knowing that that's the path I walk. The Melos, the Order, I cannot leave it. I am bound to it.
Something we have in common. I understand the weight of duty, oath, promises. I understand the weight of family. And none of us can carry your weight for you. But we can carry you a little bit.
You already have.
You know. I'm smug enough to keep score a little bit. I'm competitive. What can I say? Thank you for being who you are. What we've seen in the last few days, it's nice to know that there's someone else that gives a shit. And you give a shit. So, you wear that well. But if it gets too heavy, we're here. Many hands, you know, that kind of thing. Trance well.
I have a call to make before bed.
Yes, I will leave you to it. And I will go back in and just kind of dog pile in the loft,
Yeah.
whatever we call it. The side room,
Little
the
warehousey
pantry.
thing, yeah.
I do want to send a message via my little stone tonight, but can I just get a few minutes to write that out?
Absolutely.
At the table here.
I think
Any luck?
I would have kind of piled against the wall again where we spent the previous night, and I'd have the map out, and you should see pages spread. Some of them are tear-stained, some of them are quite a mess. But I have the map out as well, and now I'm trying to trace the edges of it. And if a moment comes where you're outside and Dorothy's already headed towards bed,
Crashed.
I'll just throw the quilt to the ground and just kind of push the papers away and turn to you. Look, I think we both know where duty calls us next. But our duty is more than just to the Itagog.
I know.
If you want to head the other way, if you want to get to your family in Orreach, I'm right behind you.
Thank you. I think going to Melos Machina first is the right thing to do. I mean, it'll just take us so much longer going the other way.
Yeah, like at least a week longer,
Yeah.
looks like. But estimation.
So, I think if we tell the right people, hopefully things will be okay.
Do you think there's a collection of facts we can present that would preclude the need to go to Zeros Mena, at least as far as our duty is concerned? Is it worth it? Or is there enough other reason to go?
I don't have that answer.
Maybe Pal does. I might stay up for a bit and see what we can piece together.
Okay. Yeah, I trust you.
I trust you too. Thank you for sticking with me, despite my stupidity.
Look, we all make mistakes.
I would just make a lot of them.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Of course.
If you change your mind.
It changes every 5 minutes. So,
There's a lot of 5 minutes between now and the morning, so you just
Yep.
let me know then.
yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you too.
We make a good team.
We do.
Better with the rest of them.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
But
Imagine the mess we'd be in if it was just you and me.
oh no, I can't. Nope. Nope.
Whew.
Nope. But us having to do talking to people, no.
I'm not so afraid of it
I know.
these days.
Right, but when we first started,
Yeah.
can
no.
you imagine? We could barely talk to each other.
I am glad Aaron will be doing the talking tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Nope, not for me.
Do you want me to copy down anything from your writings today?
Yeah, I guess. I'll just pass over the schematics. I'll probably keep this and maybe give this copy to Bogdan, but since I've written it out, it would be nice to have another copy of it.
All right. I don't know if I can do the mechanical designs justice, but I can at least get the key pieces.
Yeah, I can do
Yeah.
the rest.
Great. Just add it to the catalog.
And while you're doing that, I'll just start kind of blocking out the, again, schematics, blueprint, whatever you want to call it, for a spring talon. I don't think it'll be fully necessary, but for funsies, to keep my brain occupied, might as well.
Sure. As you begin jotting down your own take on a spring talon.
I think we just fall then into the shared work.
Yeah,
silence
just
of shared
like
work.
sitting and
Scratching on paper.
So Finn, what exactly are you doing?
So I think I would have tried to copy down the map as accurately as possible, getting used to the cartographer's tools
Okay.
that Andy so kindly crafted this morning. I think then after though, I would try to take the stream of consciousness that I just let out during the second half of the ritual and try to piece it together in a conversation with Pal.
Go ahead and give me that cartographer's check as you are.
This would be dexterity plus proficiency, because I am proficient with the tools.
Yes.
Okay. 11, our proficiency is what, 3 now?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 14 plus 2 dexterity, 16.
Okay. Copying down the map. Now with these tools and loading it into PAL, you feel a lot more confident in the work. And as you are doing it, writing down the names, there's sections where little words begin to pop up. As you mark down the trees of Gladen and finish writing Gladen, pulling your pen away, there is a section where afterwards it just appears. That was nice.
Oh.
And as the river goes up towards River's Meet, that was a lot. I've got a pretty good copy. It'll take you a good chunk of the night.
I think I'll just smile at each of these little additions that Val brings. And then when we're all done, I'll just write a single question. I wish you could have seen what I saw today, but I hope you heard it. Do you hear the song?
Slowly, ink begins to appear on the page. It sounded beautiful.
It was. It was. I close the book.
Aaron,
As I'm kind of gently juggling the stone with my mage hand in front of me, kind of breathing in the night air, finally with a moment to myself, I just kind of stare up at the wall that's in front of me. And as the mage hand kind of drifts closer and I snatch the stone out of it, I'm going to press it to my chest. And with a little bit more faith in the direction I'm heading, I'm going to activate it.
as you press the stone, a few moments pass. And then you hear the familiar voice in your head. Report.
Request audience at sunrise. Aim to present updates on contraband and heretics, and provide actionable theories on intervention.
A moment goes by. A minute. But there is no response.
I'll wait. Is there like a porch to the courtyard, or is it a single level?
Single level, but there is a bench.
I'll sit on the bench, kind of unclasp my rapier, take off my cloak, unbutton a few of the straps on my leather armor, and kind of just, not really meditate, but like, I just know, like, now my job is to wait.
And as you sit in the courtyard, taking in a newly fresh air in this specific section of the town, that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Sunrise is soon, man.
I know. I was like, oh no.
Well, we're going to come back next week and see what happens in the morning.
Elves, man, we don't know time.
I know, and I was like, we're the ones that have to sleep.
I guess we're not.
I
Well,
am.
join us next week, everyone. We will be back. We will continue these adventures, find out what reporting might be happening, and what else is going on in this town, and
Where are we going?
maybe get on the road to a new place. Well, you'll find out when you join us. In the meantime, have a fantastic rest of your week. We're going to head on over to our Discord for that post-show hangout. If you are a member, subscriber, or a patron, you can join us there. Otherwise, thank you again so much for being here. We'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Night.